Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. You guys saw the Pokemon news, June 2nd. Is that the month we're in? It's June or July right now, hold on. Yeah, June 3rd, perfect. Well, June 3rd right now. So, news came out June 2nd, 6 a.m. I was asleep. I tried to stay awake. So, I woke up. I woke up. I was excited, I watched it, and it was cool. And I think that's about the appropriate reaction that I had. I was like, yeah, it was cool, you know? So, there was a trailer given out for the US audience. Then there was one for the UK. Once again, the only difference was a 5-day release difference. 18th to the 23rd. 18th for us Americans. 23rd for those in the UK or in the Europe or whatever. I wasn't paying attention. And then sometimes the Japanese Pokemon YouTube channel has their own little thing. Now, this time was no different. Instead of like a real trailer, they had a series of 8 short little ones. They were all about 20 seconds or less. And they kind of featured on different aspects of what we know about the game. There's one on this mysterious assistant of the professor's. Her Japanese just says, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I had a friend translate it. She said it was unimportant. The one with your rival, your friend, that one's kind of cool because you get a scene where you're in the midst of challenging him. So you get to see what that new kind of challenge system looks like. You get a little bit of like the mainland Alola look. But outside of those, like, they're kind of pretty basic. I mean, you get to see just slightly different angles on stuff that we've already seen. If you want to see all of them, link to each and every one will be in the description. As always, that's what I do. So as far as new and interesting information goes, I would say we got about 2 things. I would say we got about 2 real important things. One of the 2 were the legendary abilities. So the Sun guy, his name is oh, he also found out typing, so 3 things. The Sun dude, he's Psychic Steel. He's Psychic, the Sun legendary is Psychic Steel. Because 1, we really needed more Psychic legendaries, and 2, we really wanted the Sun legendary to be weak to fire. Anyway, its ability is full metal body. It seems to work like clear body, where if like something like intimidate won't affect it. And then Lunala's ability is something like multi-scale. They called it Shadow Shield. And if you're at full HP, you take like reduced damage. Like I said, both of these abilities sound like something we've had in the past. I doubt they're going to be an exact replica, especially seeing as these are, you know, the box legendaries for the game, but they appear to work like some previous abilities that we've seen. So we saw both of those. Those were cool. Honestly, and you guys might disagree with me, I think the hypest thing we got to see was this Rotom Pokedex. Not because I love Rotom. I do. I really do. And it's not because I think that I love the Pokedex feature. In fact, I probably open up my Pokedex like 4 times total when I'm playing through the game. So it's not that like, oh man, my Pokedex experience is gonna get better. I think it was a really cool idea that they're integrating more of your gameplay with like this kind of Pokemon. I don't know, the more interaction your character gets with Pokemon, I think builds the experience as a more immersive experience. I used that word too many times in that sentence. But also, I think if we see Rotom joining a Pokedex now, what does that open up for the future? You know, before it was like Rotom could enter the washing machine, your lawnmower, your microwave, your fridge. If it's allowed to enter something new now, could we have a Rotom lamp at some point? Or like a Rotom microphone? Could we have a Rotom anything now? Who knows? I mean, now that he's joined something else, the possibilities are literally endless. Maybe they will use Rotom and have it enter new appliances. It's kind of like a different form of an Eevee where like, you know, Eevee could transform into all these different types. Well, here comes Rotom. It's just like a kind of a different spin on that. I think that's really cool. The third thing we got is this new feature that comes with the Rotom Pokedex idea. It's this QR scanning code shit. So now what you can do apparently is when you have a Pokemon in your Pokedex, you can get a QR code for it. You can allow your friends to scan it, and that way they can use that to go find the Pokemon in their own games. Is that feature usable for someone of my age and Googling intelligence? No. Can I find it myself? Yeah. But it's a new idea nonetheless, and it'll be really cool as far as getting children together to play the game and interact a little bit more. Pokemon as a whole has always been about how do we get people together We really want to get people together and experiencing stuff, you know, with each other. That's where the whole game trading cable came from. The one where you had to trade your Pokemon to each other. That's where that idea originated. That's why VGC, all of the tournaments aren't held online. They want people taking their DS and going in person to meet other people. It's all about the sense of community and doing it together. So this QR code furthers that message of theirs, and it's just kind of a cool way to be like, hey, I got this Pokemon, you know, where's yours? And then, you know, if I'm like 10, you know, I'm like, oh yeah, you know, I'm gonna QR your thing, like, yeah, give it to me, and then like, then I can go find it, you know, like, woo. It's not on. Also, with any release of new information about Pokemon Sun and Moon, the official Pokemon Sun and Moon website, you know, updates with little bit of tidbits that we don't see in the videos themselves. One of these things is we're going to be on 4 islands, 4.5 islands. One of them's actually artificially made. We don't know what's happening on that island or what that island is for, but they do make a point of saying that one of the 5 islands that we'll be traveling to is artificially created. We also find out that Professor Kukui's assistant, Lily, she doesn't like making Pokemon fight. And we also find out that your friend or your rival, Hao, he has a real affinity towards Malasada. I've never had it, so I don't know. That's basically the new information that came from the website itself. I think the biggest single thing that we get to see from this whole news release, though, the single biggest, the Kids Watch, right? What does that look like? What does that look like? It looks like the stones in the titles from the Japanese versions of Sun and Moon, right? If you saw my old Sun and Moon video, I talk about the logos and how for the past 2 generational games, X and Y and then Oris, both of the Japanese logos have included the newest form of evolution that was created in those generations in the logos themselves. The American one doesn't follow that trend. We actually don't get these stones. We didn't get the Mega Stone symbol in our logos. We didn't get the red orb and the blue orb symbol in our logos. But in the Japanese ones, they've had the newest forms of evolution in their logos. Sun and Moon have a new mysterious stone in their logo. It's probably going to be a new form of evolution. That stone looks really, really similar to the one that the kid's rocking on his watch in this promotional material. Just something to think about. Honestly, with all of the new emphasis on kind of this burst evolution from the anime, the Rebirth manga itself, bursting in Pokken, which I just bought, the game's dope. Actually, one of my Twitch guys, one of the guys who watched me on Twitch, Robin the Tactician Magician. Thank you, Robin. This is from him. He tricked me though, because once I got this, then I had to go buy the gamepad. So I had to go buy the gamepad. So I know you got me in the end, bro. But yeah, it's a great game. But with all of these instances of this kind of bonding evolution happening throughout the series right now, whether it be manga, anime, or in their games, now the kid's got it on his watch. Okay, I just do with it what you will. Looks pretty convincing to me. And other than that, though, that's basically all that we got. If you want to see the 8 trailers that the Japanese Pokemon YouTube channel put out, they're all super short. They'll be in the description. If you want to see the American one or the UK one, if you haven't seen it already, those will be in the description as well. I just came back from being at Fanime, so this is me. This is my room. Actually, if I turn my camera, like, look, if I turn my camera, like, my room is a mess. Like, if you just look down there, everything there's just pants. There are pants right there. So I had to hide it all from the camera while I shot this. And then, but now I'm back. So there's going to be stuff coming. And it's going to be great. Thanks for tuning in, guys. That's basically all the information that we got. So that's a good little recap in case you missed something. And if not, well, thanks for tuning in anyway. See you later.